A big story. Let's move to the Cowboys, who still have yet to make any deals with Dak Prescott, Zeke Elliott, and Amari Cooper. And we might have some new insight into why, according to the NFL Network's James Slater, the team has offered contracts to all three guys that would put them in the top 5 highest paid at their positions. But Slater also reports that Dallas is willing to let the guys play on prove-it deals this year if they can't get extensions done before the season. All right, I interpret that the top 5 and prove-it deals, to me, Jerry Jones is talking to Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott.
Because Zeke deserves to be in the top 2, and I really don't. Maybe Amari's in the top 3 or 4, but the guy who needs to be 5 or 6 is Dak.
Well, he's talking to Dak. But let's be real. I think he's talking to all three of them for real in different ways. He's talking to Dak first because he's like, come on, man, you ain't even top 5, bruh. But I'm going to make you top 5 in dough. Take it. Leave me alone. Now, next, he's looking at Amari. Hey, man, look, I know you were great in college and you had some moments in Oakland. You were good. And then all of a sudden it went down. And then you became available. There was a reason why you were available. You were inconsistent, I would have to term all of that. Highs and lows. Prove it again, brother. You had a little nice bump. Y'all had an instant connection. Can I see that again? But I'm going to make you top 5 because if I look at the 5th highest paid receiver, his name is DeAndre Hopkins. Are you better than him? Hell no. So then he's like, I'm doing you a favor, but go ahead. And then Zeke, can you just go a year without me having to hire more security, go through the issues and all the distractions? And Zeke, you are top 5, but this comes together. It's complementary football on and off the field if you're going to represent the stars. So I think he's talking to all of them in that order.
For me, he's talking to Dak Prescott and Amari Cooper. Ezekiel Elliott, he's proven his point. He's one of the top 3 at worst running backs in the league. And how contracts work is this. When a guy gets to a certain benchmark, the next guy available that's quality as he is, you jump that.
True.
I'm not signing nothing less than that. That's just how it works. Dak Prescott, they're really, really, really talking to him. Amari Cooper is just collateral damage. Like, is what you said. We got you because the Raiders didn't think you were good enough. You were very inconsistent. And when you say name the top receivers in the league, you're going to name 6, 7, 8 before you get to Amari Cooper. But what did I just say? When you sign contracts, you usually jump guys that you're probably not as good as. Dak Prescott's the main guy that has to prove it. And for me, the Cowboys have a really good team. He's going to prove it because of the team around him. And the longer they wait, for me, the Cowboys just going to get more expensive. They could have got ahead of this last year and not even have to worry about it. It's just going to get more expensive, more expensive, more expensive. Similar to Flacco and the Baltimore Ravens. I think the Cowboys need to give these guys what they want to a certain degree and get it over it and move to the defensive side of the ball.
He's definitely directing that towards Dak, first and foremost. That's your quarterback. There's a lot of things that can be connected to that. If you lose Dak Prescott based upon this contract, what does that mean for the next guy you're bringing in relationship-wise? How does that work out? You got a guy that can win games for you. He's shown that he can compete at a high level. But I think it's even louder to Ezekiel Elliott. I think Amari Cooper, I think he is more so collateral damage. I don't think that we're not hearing a whole lot of things coming from Amari's camp. Amari needs this, Amari needs that. You're not hearing those things. You're hearing the noise from Dak Prescott in the media talking about it, and you're hearing Ezekiel Elliott talk about it in the press. Once it becomes a media consumable story, then now you have to start communicating through the media and behind closed doors. So whatever it is going on behind closed doors, we're not privy to that, but they know who's having either, amicable or respectable conversations behind closed doors and who's not. Is there a beef forming? One is in camp, one is in Cabo. I think the guy that isn't in camp has to be the one that they're talking to the most because in the end, the running back's position continues to downgrade. It continues to be a lesser of a position that
not him, no. Not him.
Yeah, but you have a sturdy offensive front, and if I can get my quarterback in tune and get my receiver and get them signed and keep that offensive front along with the guys you have on defense.
They not performing when he's not in the game.
To me, when I hear top 5 in anything, I hear blue chip. That's blue chip stock. And there's one guy in here that's not blue chip stock. Now, he may prove to be, and that's why I think the words prove it, but Amari Cooper was blue chip coming out of college. Ezekiel Elliott was blue chip coming out of the womb. Dak Prescott was blue chip
Don't do that.
last year. Or, you know, his rookie year or whatever. But he was a fourth round pick.
Sophomore, junior year in college before the fight.
He has to prove blue chip.
Nice.
Honestly, if you look at Dak Prescott, is there a player, a quarterback in the league in the last 10 years that have been treated the way he's been treated with the success he's had?
Who's mistreated him?
Or mistreated?
Who's mistreated him?
When quarterbacks perform how he's performed, when he had the type of team success, you don't have to haggle over contract. They just give it to you. They just give it to you.
We're in this new era where guys are getting $30 million a year.
It's all relative, though.
But
no, it ain't that relative.
They're getting $30 million. But who started
the cap is going up 10
started
a
this?
year.
Who started it? The owners are the ones started paying. So it's all relative.
The owners are making it.
This is what he's earned because of what has transpired and what's going on.
Because of what's happened to the position, I get it. But again, $30 million a year, I don't care what profession you in. Custodial business.
You stop. It's a relative scope.
$30 million a year.
There's more money.
Man, you better clean the floors better than anybody before I give you $30 million a year.
Hell no. You got to understand that's part of what comes with a growing cap. $10 million annually the last few years. So look, the quarterbacks are just gonna keep getting that bump up. You said it, the blue chips.
Mr. Clean.
Shut your trap. Look at all these names. Amari and Dak don't fit conveniently in the top 5 conversation for their positions, but Zeke does. But this is something that we all have been through before if you got brothers and sisters. When mama is talking to you, if you got a brother and sister, she's talking to y'all.
Or you feel like they talking to everybody.
Right. And then flip-flop, too. I used it against you. Mama, I want a starter jacket. Guess what? I got one, but my sister had to get one. Everybody get the same damn gift, right? I want a Walkman. You're going to get one, you're going to get one. Because the way that they receive it is, I ain't got time to be going through all these little, your issue is your issue. You know what? I got a blanket conversation. I got enough money to pay all 3 if you want to work with these dynamics. If not, y'all going to get in line and Dak going to be in the back.
I'm going to tell you this. They're going to ratchet up. The longer this plays out, they're going to ratchet up the threats because this is the first of the threats. They're going to and they're going to get to a real place where, like, you know what, Dak?
Yep.
Come out here and play. And if we have to franchise you next year or let you go or whatever, we're willing to do it.
The beauty of this is because they're going to start the bickering amongst those 3. Because what's going to happen is if y'all don't take it as a package, okay, let's take it by merit. And then who's going to feel the worst about that? Dak. But who deserves the most? Dak. So then now...
Zeke.
Who's going to get the most is Dak, no question. He's getting the most regardless.
Dak's getting the most.
They're in trouble regardless.
All right, Darnell, you've been listening.
They're in trouble.
What's anything we missed? Anything Twitter might have thought we missed?
Yes, sir. It's starting to sound like Zeke might not be getting paid exactly what he's looking for. Cowboys reporter Calvin Watkins tweeted out that Dallas is looking to pay him a contract closer to Le'Veon Bell's than the Todd Gurley's league-leading running back deal. So should Zeke be happy being second behind Gurley?
I wouldn't have a problem with this, to be honest, because the market has said Todd Gurley's overpaid, and the market keeps saying we're not going there again. So if you get Le'Veon Bell money, I think that's a good deal.
Yeah, when I signed my deals and the big deals, I didn't look sideways. I didn't say how much you get. I was just like, that's a lot for me. Look, and then Strahan was making more than me. I was like, well-deserved, but I stayed singularly focused. Was that enough based on what I have given to this game and what they expect out of me going forward? At a certain point, if you're just trying to name hop, you might do yourself a disservice because that might not actually get you paid.
Contract negotiation works as such. You compare yourself to a guy that is comparable in talent, statistically wise, and you want his contract or better. He's not going to be happy taking less. He will settle for equal to Gurley, but he's not going to be happy if he has to take less.
They're not going to give him that contract. They will not. They've already said they're not going to set the market with him. If it's equal to or more, that puts, in my opinion, that puts Dallas in a position that now, depending on when they get that deal done, will dictate a lot with the other guys and how their deals are done. I just don't think that Dallas is going to put themselves in that situation.
Coming up, Freddie Kitchens has his work cut out for him. The Cleveland's big personalities this year But did he actually just make a rookie mistake that will make his job even harder? Find out. Next.